You can find this course on schooldesign.net. Join on Facebook website and group. So our project will start with importing the CAD files. This is the normal procedure that you will probably do a lot of time, especially if you receive any files from the from your clients, for example. Then we need to go in the SketchUp to the import, and we have two different files to choose. The first one is with extension JPG. This is standard image, and the second one is with the DXF. You can also find the files with the extension DWG. This comes from AutoCAD, and normally the file that is used by most of the computer software is exactly DXF, and this is what you need require from your clients, especially that some of you probably will not use AutoCAD, which is only the one software that can open DWG. What is the difference between standard image and DXF? I will explain you in the following lessons. So first we will start with the standard image. We select it and we click import. Now we need to choose the location for this file, and of course right now we need to use some default size, because later we will rescale it. After we place our image, then we can go with the camera from the top, and we can select parallel projection for better view, and we will zoom in our image. Unfortunately, as you can see, image is built from the pixel. This is why we have not so much accuracy here. You can see that we have some kind of shadows. Those pixels look very bad when we zoom in. So what we can do to increase the quality, which will be needed to create very precise wall, for example, there is one thing we can do. We can go to the window and preferences, and in OpenGL we have use maximum texture size. After click it, we get the pop-up windows that tell us that if we have a lot of texture in the SketchUp, now they will be displayed with the higher quality, and this can also slow down our SketchUp. But after that, if I will zoom in, you will notice that there is some improvement in our image, which of course will be quite easier for us to draw anything, but still it's only the pixels. So if we already have the photo, the next process is to start a draw. But first of all, we need to set the correct dimension for our photo, because still there is the problem with the scale. So I start to draw the line with the measurement. Then I hit 100 because I know that this wall is with 100 millimeters, and now SketchUp will ask if I would like to rescale whole the photo. And after that we have correct size. So we draw the line. So between both ends it should be something about 100. Unfortunately, as you can see, because this is still the pixels, so it's not precise enough, so we need to remember about some accuracy. This will be some problematic, especially if you would like to get very accurate 3D model. So you must remember to fix most of the size by yourself, because photo is not a good solution to redraw anything. This could be only used as a reference, but not to generate exactly the dimension that we probably get from the AutoCAD files. So the next task will be, of course, to start draw all the lines, to start build all the walls, and after that we need to remember about fix all the dimension, because with the photo we have some limitation. So we need to start draw a line from the corner, and we need to make the contour all over the wall. So let's we start, for example, here and start with this line. We need to go to the down, and we need to draw whole the room. Of course, after that, when I will close the contour, we have the surface. So this is good for us, because now I can make offset. I know that the wall should be 100, so I can put it on our keyboard, and then I can remove the center. So now, as you can see, we have the first wall. Of course, it was very time consumption, because I need to do everything manually, and after that I will have to fix everything by myself. So this is the one solution how you can create the room to create and model the building with the photo. The next method, also very useful, especially if you work with the photo, is to use the reference lines. The reference lines are came from horizontal and vertical axis, and we just offset each of reference line by some dimension to have all the walls, to cover all the walls, as you can see how I made it right now. And after that I can use this reference line to build all the necessary dimension to create our walls. Of course, this will also be very useful and could very speed up our work, especially that this will be more precise that draw with the line and only with the eyes try to find the correct size of each wall. And the last way to create anything is to use the AutoCAD file, which is the best, the easiest and the fastest way that only can be used in the SketchUp. So after import the files, we have pop-up window with some information that everything was imported correctly, and after that our sketch is in the group, so we can explode it or we can go inside and start to draw. What is the most important? You will notice that you can select each of this line, and this is not a pixel, so all those lines are very precise. As you can see, there is no any shadows, and we can use each of this line to create the wall. So first I need to close it to get the surface. After that I will remove the line, and finally we have the surface that can be used, for example, to extrude the wall, which is very powerful and useful. So with this method we will try to recreate all the walls, but this is what we will do in the next topics. So to sum up, I would like to recommend to work only with the AutoCAD files. So every time you received all the source file, ask your client, ask your supplier to give you the AutoCAD files, which are very useful and powerful, and will give you the best and more precise results with your design.